You're going to lose, accept that. Sooner or later, life will take something from you. Could be a friendship, a love, a job, a dream, your money, your health, your youth, maybe even your peace of mind. Life gives and life takes. And the problem isn't losing. It's not knowing how to lose. It's the screaming, the blaming, the mental breakdown, as if the world owed you anything. But let me tell you a secret that Epictetus, a philosopher from 2,000 years ago, figured out. You only suffer when you think what you lost was truly yours. But nothing is yours. Nothing ever was. Not people, not titles, not even the certainty you carry around like trophies. Everything is temporary. Everything is borrowed, and everything can vanish in an instant. That's where the art begins. The art of losing with grace. The art of letting go without falling apart. The art of accepting without hating yourself for it. Epictetus was born a slave. He had no freedom, no possessions, no control over anything. But he became one of the freest men to ever live. Why? Because he understood one thing. Out of everything that exists, there's only one thing no one can ever take from you. Your inner control, your judgment, your reaction, your power to say, this doesn't depend on me, and if it doesn't depend on me, it won't destroy me. That's the real difference. Between the wise and the desperate, the strong and the arrogant, the calm and the chaotic. Want to be strong? Learn how to lose without losing yourself. Want to be free? Learn to let go of what was never yours to hold. Need an example? Think about a relationship that ends. You could cry, beg, blame yourself, blame them, post quotes on Instagram, stalk their profile, lose your mind. Or you could take a breath, accept that the chapter's over, and say to yourself, this no longer depends on me, but what I do with this moment, that still does. It's not about turning into a cold-hearted robot. It's about not becoming a prisoner of your emotions. It's about feeling pain without drowning in it. Epictetus said, it's not things that disturb us, but our opinion about them. You don't suffer because you lost. You suffer because you thought what you lost defined you. But that's an illusion. You are not your job. You are not your status. You are not the person who left you. You are what you do with what happens to you. Let's go deeper. Remember Zuko from Avatar, the last airbender? He spent his life trying to win back something he thought was his by right, his honor. He was humiliated, rejected, lost battles, lost his father, lost his direction. But only when he stopped trying to control everything outside and looked inside, only then did he find true honor, the kind no one can take away, because it's internal, because it's his. Now compare that to most people. They lose their job, they think they failed as a human being. They lose a partner, they think they're worthless. They lose money, they spiral into panic like they've lost the ground beneath them. Why? Because they've built their identity in things they don't control. And the world doesn't owe you your sense of self. You're betting your peace on a house made of sand. Then you cry when the tide comes in. Now, flip the script. Think about someone who lost everything, but didn't lose themselves. Epictetus lost his freedom, but gained wisdom. Mandela was imprisoned for 27 years and walked out more whole than most men ever become. Jiraiya from Naruto died with a smile. Why? Because death doesn't take away what's real. It only removes what was temporary. That's the core of Stoicism. Accept what you can't control. Control what you can. Complaining won't change anything. Wishing won't rebuild anything. What changes everything is what you do with the pain. Do you transform it or do you drown in it? And here's the twist. Sometimes, losing isn't just inevitable, it's necessary. Have you ever thought about this? Some losses actually freed you. Losing that toxic friendship brought you peace. Losing that job gave you time. Losing that illusion made you grow. But at the time, you didn't see it, because it takes inner vision to see the value of a loss. Most people only see what left the shelf. They don't see the space it left behind. And in that space, the new is born. You can't embrace the future if your arms are full of the past. Letting go is also a form of growth. And sometimes, losing is just life asking you, so now, who are you without this? If your answer is, I'm still whole, congratulations, you've mastered the art of losing with grace. Losing with grace isn't about smiling through the storm. It's about not letting the storm take away who you are. It's remembering your dignity doesn't depend on what you hold. It lives in what holds you inside. Want to see this in action? Think of L from Death Note, one of the most quiet, calm, strategic minds in anime. He knew death was near, and still, he didn't change. He didn't lose his posture. He didn't lose his essence, because he wasn't driven by outcome. He was driven by truth. And when truth lives inside you, nothing can remove it. That's what Epictetus meant by inner freedom. You can lose everything on the outside, but if you stay grounded on the inside, you've lost nothing at all. So next time life pulls the rug from under you, before reacting, ask yourself, does this depend on me? If yes, act. If no, accept. And if it hurts, good. Grace isn't the absence of pain. It's dignity through pain. It's rising even after falling. It's not clinging to what's already gone. It's living lightly, even when everything around you feels heavy. You know that cliche, what's yours no one can take? Forget that. What's yours the world can take. But who you are, that no one touches. That's real strength. That's your true invincibility. And if you want to win in this life, start by learning how to lose well, because those who know how to lose are the ones who've already won. Now take a deep breath, let go of what doesn't belong to you, and take another step forward, because losing is part of the game, but playing it with elegance, that's what makes you unforgettable.